Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue with our Quebec City Ace Nordiques. We're heading into Year 4 this time, and I want to get a big chunk of the Year 4 simulation done. But before we start that, we still have to figure out what team that we're gonna have going into Year 4, basically. I still wanted to make one trade for one more defenseman. In the last video, we made our trade for our top line left wing, Kapitanov, alright, the Latvian, my first Latvian player. I was reading down in the comments, so we have to come up for a nickname for Yuri Kapitanov. I just hope that he's not a lazy Latvian, okay? I'm hoping that he gets something done up there on the first line. So that remains to be seen, but we have that first line taken care of. The second line, Shore, Mueller, and McCallick, the new addition from free agency. That's going to be our second line. That's taken care of. Third line with Matthias, Hartikane, and then Clifford. That's going to stay the same. And Peverly, Prust, and Bickle. That's going to be our fourth line as well, okay? Defensively, though, this was the big thing. Now, I almost had a trade in the works in the last video, unloading Tyler Myers and getting back Chris Letang in that Kapitanov deal, and that would have taken care of everything that I wanted. But wasn't able to make that happen. And now we have two very similar players here, even three. Kulikov is more of a, you know what, let me check out Kulikov's stats here. Kulikov still has his yellow star potential, so he's got one more year to grow. I was going to say he's more of a defensive player, but actually he's got some pretty good offensive stats. His poise could go up, but he's got some pretty good offensive stats. He's not bad defensively, so this guy is a true two-way defenseman. Ekblad, this guy is great defensively. His poise is still way down there, 65, but he's 20 years old. But I think offensively, he could get good. If only he could get an accurate shot. I mean, look how hard this shot is already. If only it could get a little bit more accurate. This guy would be a stud back there, all right? But that's what I was saying. I could use another two-way defenseman or an offensive defenseman, somebody who's really, really good at the offensive category. Tyler Myers, he's good, don't get me wrong, but he's kind of the same thing where he's good in every category but not outstanding in any one category. Passing 88, puck control 88, offensive awareness 88, right? He's up there, his shot is getting up there, but I don't think he's had a great seasons for us. I mean, yeah, 43 points, but I'm talking about like 50 points, right? Campbell had better points than him when he was on our team. And, yeah, no points last year in the playoffs, 5 points in the year before that. I mean, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, he's a good player. I'm just thinking with Ekblad coming up, Kulikov's not going anywhere. Goodbranson's a defensive defenseman. Myers would be the player that we would trade up here, okay? So, I was in the trading block. We also were looking for a stud goalie as well. That's one thing that we were thinking of in the last video. So, I have the defensive trading block criteria here, but I'm also going to show you guys goaltender. I was not able to find any goaltender that I would want for this team here, okay? I'll show you. So, I went to 32 years old. There you go. No potential, because if you choose potential, all it does is show players who are 26 years or younger. Everyone else who has got the white star, it doesn't show. So, I want to show all the goalies, because I don't mind getting an older goalie, right? But I go to overall. I mean, look at all these guys. The overall is, I mean, trade value for Jonathan Quick, way too much. Price, way too much. Cam Ward, way too much. Howard, it's too much for an 87 overall goaltender. I mean, Eddie Lack is 85, right? Do I want to trade up for that much? I mean, Tuukka Rask, same thing. And then you get into the goalies that I would be able to trade for. But look, Eddie Lack's down here at 85 overall. I mean, why move up? Why trade up for a goalie who's 86 overall, right? I mean, Eddie Lack technically is good enough. I was hoping that I could find some young goalie who's like, you know, high 70s, low 80s with gold star potential, and then pick him up, right? This Weimer guy, he's only 59 overall, though. He won't help our team out for this here. Same thing with this Boro, he's 71. Hanula, whatever his damn name is, 73 overall, right? I mean, I trade up for one of these guys. If they're if they drop to red star potential, then all of a sudden it's a waste of a trade, right? We already have a goalie like that in Markstrom who's dropped to the red star potential. So I don't really feel as comfortable trading for prospects anymore, because they could drop to that red star potential and then all of a sudden they're nothing, and you wasted that trade because their trade value is now nothing as well. So I don't want to make a trade for any goaltenders. I'm going to go into the season with Markstrom and Eddie Lack, and around trade deadline, if we know we're going with one goalie, then we might be able to trade the other, okay? Maybe for a prospect goalie, but for right now, I'm not going to trade for any goalies. But defensively, now here's where it gets interesting. So I can't make any of these trades, but what I did was I went over here, I sorted by player types, right? No, sorry, I didn't want to do that, my bad. Let me go to trade value again. Yeah, actually, no, let me go to overall. There you go. So it's the best players are at the top now. All right, now I'm going to go to, here it is, player type. I want to look for the offensive defenseman. So Carlson, he's at the top. I'm not going to get him. Doughty, he's at the top. I'm not going to get him. Justin Schultz, I'm not going to get him. He's got pretty good trade value. Go down here, all right, Jack Johnson. Okay, he becomes a player that is at least attainable. Now he's 29 years old, right? Look at his stats. Not bad. Okay, keep going down here. Rundblant, this guy's another one. He's got the red star. It's only 4-star, but his offensive awareness is already 90, passing 90, puck control 88. All right, his wrist shot is already 92 and 92. So this guy, he's a stud, right? And it doesn't matter if he's got red star. He's already a stud, so he's not getting any worse. Myers is right there, okay. But I was looking at these two guys down here. Hang on, where are they? Where are they? There it is. Morgan Rielly. And I didn't look at him just because he's a Toronto Maple Leaf. It's because that trade value. Look how low the trade value is. It's because he's dropped to the red star potential. And I was thinking that might not be a good thing. But he's already 85 overall. Offensive awareness, 87. Passing, 93. His shot is already 90 in 3 categories. Slap shot is a bit low. Skating is already 4.5-star potential. He's not really a physical player, but even though he's an offensive defenseman, his defensive awareness is still 89 overall, and his discipline is 80. I agree his poise is a bit low, but imagine Morgan Rielly playing alongside of Aaron Ekblad for his career, right? Now, the only thing is those red star potential, yeah, but his trade value is nice and low. So I think I'd want this deal to go through, absolutely, okay? The only thing is Rundbland. Now, Rundbland, he's slightly better. He's got the, you know what? No, I think I would go. Rundbland's better in skating and physical category, right? He's got the 86 for checking, but he's got a higher trade value, 3 years at $5 million, while Morgan Rielly's 1 year at his minor league deal still. So you know what? Yeah, Morgan Rielly. That was actually suggested to me. I'm not picking him up just because he's a Toronto Maple Leaf, but because, you know, this guy, he could be a good player for us, and he's got no trade value, so why not pick him up, right? Now, let me just go through the rest of their team here. Let's see if there's anyone that we could pick up in this deal. Gauthier, does he have... No, he doesn't have his green star anymore. Screw that. 68 overall. Clarkson, how many more years? 4 years. I'm not taking that deal on. Screw that. Franzen, yep. All these guys down here, I really don't need any of these players. I was thinking, though, Fraser McLaren, because I don't have an enforcer on this team. I have grinders, but I don't have an enforcer. This guy's a stud, too. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. No, you know what? Because, what's his name? Bickle and Prust are pretty much my enforcers down there. I know they're not listed as enforcers, but they are. Now, goalies, let's see. You got Bernie Mac and Jim Reimer. See what I mean? Look at their trade value. I mean, say I put Jim Reimer out there. Eddie Lack's trade value is just the same, and they're the same overall. So, you know, it's not guaranteed that Reimer would give us a better season. So I'm holding on to Eddie Lack and Markstrom. All right, they've got us into the playoffs 2 years in a row. Let's see if we can have a better team on front of them and see if we can get to that second round. All right. So defenseman. Now, because Morgan Rielly's trade value is so low, I don't necessarily need to give up Myers here. Right. So let me just think. Kulikov, Myers, Kapitanov, yeah. Good Branson. Now, Good Branson, is he somebody that we should continue to play on the first or the top 4, or should he be somebody that we put on the top 6, right? Is he a career top 6 defenseman anyways? Well, last year he did have 30 points on the top 4, all right, as a +9. The only thing is, if he turned a red star, I'd drop him down. But Morgan Rielly's going to play on the first line, so somebody needs to be dropped down if we're holding on to Myers, right? So say we get Morgan Rielly. You go with Ekblad, Rielly on the first line, Myers, Kulikov on the second line, then Goodbranson down to the third line, right? It would have to be like that. Unless you trade away Tyler Myers in this deal. Ooh, they wouldn't even be able to accept that. Never mind. All right, so you have to hold on to him. Goodbranson, no. Green, no. Grossman, no. How about Orlov? Give up Orlov in this deal now. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'd give up Orlov in this deal. All right. I know we just traded for him, but we're getting an offensive defenseman back right here, so it gets replaced right away. Kopecky, no, too much cap. How about Jansen or Hansen? No, too much cap. Yeah, we have a problem here with the cap space for Morgan Rielly. I got to trade somebody. Yurko, he was somebody that I could trade away. There you go. All right, Bickle, Prust, Paille, holding on to all these guys. I know what you guys are saying about Bickle. Oh, $3.9 million, he's way too much. I agree, but we're not a team that has to worry about salary cap. I don't have to dump salary cap right now. I'm keeping him for his physical, defense, and skating categories, all right? Even his top categories are 3.5 and 4-star, but I'm keeping him because he's pretty much an enforcer back there. His fighting skill is 84. His defensive awareness for an enforcer is pretty good, right? And just think, he's only got 1 year left on his deal right here, right? So I can sign him again after this year. There he is right there for like 1.25. And then his trade value might spike up, and then I can trade him. No point in getting rid of him right now. We have plenty of cap space. So nobody there. And then centers, Brodziak, Frazier. Might as well hold on to those guys, yeah. All right, so Orlov and Yurko for Morgan Rielly. That might go through the way it is. Will it go through? Nope. All right, so I might have to add a draft pick in here. How about a fourth? How about a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth? I don't need these draft picks. All right, might have to be the second then. So, Orlov, Yurko, and a second for Morgan Rielly. Will it go through? Still not. Really? Jesus. How about a second and a fourth? All right, so I have to make this deal go through. Hang on. Might have to put Oscar Dansk in there. Yeah, he's got some trade value. Moody as well. Dansk has dropped to the Red Star. That's why, yeah. All right, I'll throw Dansk in there. I'll take the second out now, though. I don't need to put the second. All right, so Orlov, Yurko, and Dansk for Morgan Rielly. Will it go through? There it is. I'm happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So there you go. We were able to get that offensive defenseman that is serviceable, and we didn't actually have to give up any of our defensemen right now. So we have got too many defensemen on this team. So Myers, Rielly, Ekblad, Kulikov, Goodbranson, Grossman, and Green. All right, so Kapitanov's playing. Grossman or Green? Hang on. I think Grossman would be better than Green, even though Green's got more of a tough guy attitude to him. You know what? I'm gonna go with Green. He was on our team last year. I like his fighting skill. I really like fighting skill in this game, so I'm just gonna leave him out there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so yeah, we're good defensively because Kapitanov is one of them, and then Kopecky I still have to trade away. God damn it, Kopecky! I might as well just dump him for some some draft picks. So, yeah, might as well just go best lines here. Yeah, might as well go best lines. There you go, best lines. So let me just fix all this stuff. Don't worry, we'll get some simulating done in this video. I didn't actually realize how much more I had to do here. This was actually a little bit more. Mueller, Clifford, McCallick up here. There you go. Hartikainen over there. Prust down there. Bickle there. Jeez, everything gets changed up here. Bickle, you're on the fourth line. There you go. All right. So Kapitanov, Huberdeau, Eberle, McCallick, Shore, Mueller, Clifford, Matthias, Hartikainen, Prust, Peverly, and Bickle. Yeah, that makes sense. Defensively, Morgan Rielly and Tyler Myers they're saying to go with. They're saying to leave Ekblad on the second line. I don't want to do that. I want to give Ekblad first line minutes, try to make him stay that yellow star potential, and maybe we can help Morgan Rielly get out of that red star potential, if it's a possibility. And then we got Kulikov and Myers and Goodbranson. He's got to go down to the top 6. He's got to, okay? So Green and Goodbranson. But that's looking like a pretty good defensive core now, right? We're just missing that top 2 defenseman still. I need to get a top 2 defenseman. Now, power play, we're going to do the same thing. There you go. Let me just get that defenseman. It's going to be hard to change all these lines. Hang on. McCallick, Mueller, and Shore. Let me get these guys. Shore, there you go. Kapitanov and Myers. No, Ekblad, Rielly, Myers, and what was his name? Kulikov. Yeah, Kulikov. So Ekblad and Rielly. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. 4-man power play. Huberdeau, Eberle, Morgan Rielly, Ekblad, Mueller, McCallick, Myers, and Kapitanov. I'll go with that. All right, Kapitanov can have the power play time from the point. Penalty kill. Peverly, Huberdeau. They're taking Eberle off of our penalty kill now. I don't want to do that. I want, actually, you know what? Yeah, we can try that. Huberdeau can be on the second line center, though, with Ekblad, Rielly, Goodbranson, and Matt Green. Sure. Penalty kill. Yep. We'll see how these guys do. I could still put Kulikov and Myers in there for the PK, but we'll see how this does. 4-on-4 lines, yeah. Extra attacker, yeah. And goaltenders, we'll go with Eddie Lack. But hopefully this year, Markstrom can give us a little bit more, okay? Now, AHL lines, best lines. Let's see who is not starting, who should be starting. Henriksen, and Barkov. So I know what it is. We still need to trade away a bunch of these players in the AHL. Damn, man. We got a lot to do in this video still. I thought we were going to get a chunk of the season done. Alright, so let me trade away a bunch of these players we don't need. Brodziak I want to hold on to. Frazier, and I don't need Frazier. Yeah, Frazier could be one player I trade away. Because I want to use these guys for the playoff games when they're needed. Left wingers, Clifford, Henriksen, Mantha, I need these guys. Paille, yeah, I can hang on to Paille. Yeah, Hansen I don't need. Hansen and Kopecky I don't need, alright? So I'll get rid of Frazier and Hansen. I have too many depth forwards right now, and they're taking away spots from the rookies. What's it called? From the rookies on the AHL team. So Frazier and Hansen for Boston's first overall pick. Where's the trade values? There you go. No, that won't go through. Let me just take a second and a third and a fourth. Will it go through? Yes, it did. There. I almost feel guilty. Okay. And now Kopecky. There you go. And Kopecky. Is there any defensemen that I needed in this as well? Let me just Grossman. Yeah, I should trade away Grossman now because I got Martinez down there, who I already have, and Krug. Yeah, I can trade away Grossman now, even though I just signed him in free agency. These guys are taking away time from our AHL players. So Calgary, can you accept these guys? Just get some draft picks out of this. Hang on. Carolina, nope. Chicago, nope. Let me find a team with salary cap available. Dallas. Yep, Dallas can accept it, so I'll take your second and your third as well. All right, I don't want first back. It's kind of cheap if you get a first back for that. So there you go. All right, it's kind of cheap to get a second, third, and fourth, but a first would be way too cheap. So there you go. There you go. Yep, we're taken care of there. Don't worry, I'll make this a long video. We'll get at least 1 month of simulating done. Brodziak, Martinez, Paille, Krug. Yeah, Krug. San Antonio. Best lines. All right, so let's see if everyone's starting now. Everyone should be. Yeah, everyone's starting now except for these guys down here, which I don't need, so good. So let's get Barkov up on the first line, Brodziak on the second line. He's going to play, Barkov's going to play alongside of Paille and Big, sure. Mantha's going to play alongside of Brodziak and Gomes. There you go. Henriksen's going to play on the third line because he's a grinder, so it doesn't matter. Whoa. With McNeil and Combs. There you go. Defensively, yep. Power play. Let's get Barkov up there. Where is he? Barkov. There you go. Get him on the first line. Combs, Paille, and then I need Mantha in here as well. You can replace Combs. There you go. Anthony Mantha. All right, let's go on the second line. Four-man power play. Yeah, let me get Barkov and what's his name in there? Mantha. Let me just give them as much time as they can get. All right, because next year I would like to use them. There you go. Penalty kill. We'll leave them off the PK. And, yeah, that's everything taken care of. Goaltender. We got a 75 overall goaltender. That's not horrible. All right, so we're good to go. Finally. Jeez, that took forever. So what I'm going to do is I want to try to make it so the goalie rotations don't mess up this year. But I don't know if it's going to... I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So before we get started, let me just go to rules. Let me do this. Let me turn off injuries. There you go. And what's it called? The goalie. I want to turn this off, but turn it back on once the season starts. That was the way that it was explained to me. So let me try that out. So it's off right now. All right, so we know that. But once we start up the regular season, apparently all the other teams will fix their lines. And then if I turn it on right here, then maybe it'll fix it. So let me try this out. So let's skip this preseason because I don't want to miss anything, and I want to speed this up so we can get a little bit of a simulation done. So hang on 1 second here. Alright, so we're at the first game of the regular season. Now we're going to go back to the settings, and we are going to turn the rotate goalies on. Okay, because that was the way it was explained to me, that you can still have them on. I've tried a bunch of things myself. I haven't figured it out yet. Like, I think I do, but then I check one team, and it's, like, completely reversed. So, like, it's like, okay, well, that doesn't matter. I'm hoping for a patch still, but we don't know if that's going to happen. So, here we go. Let's get 1 month of simulating done, all right? I wanted to get more, but damn, that took a long time getting Morgan Rielly on our team and editing lines. A lot longer than I thought it would. But let's see. Last 2 seasons, we started off with a win, and this year we start with a 6-1 loss. Oh, my God. At home ice as well. Not looking good. Maybe that's a bad home. You know what? Last 2 years, I mean, we lost the first game of the season. We won the regular season pretty good, I guess. But then we were kicked out in the first round, so maybe it's a good omen that we're losing. We don't care about the regular season anymore. We only care about the playoffs. That would be good news. So I want to keep an eye on, what's his name, on the first line, Kapitanov, all right, our Latvian. We got to come up with a nickname for him, but I really want to see how this guy plays. But also, I want to see how our defense plays, right? Because Morgan Rielly in there and Ekblad on the first line, are they going to be good enough defensively? Poise-wise, are they going to be able to hold it down? Our second line should be a lot better this year with McCallick in there, right? I mean, Kopecky, I'm sure he helped them out defensively, but as a pure point producer, a goal scorer, I mean, McCallick is the man there on that second line now. He can own it with Shore and Mueller. He's got exactly what he needs. A nice two-way forward who's got good defensive stats, and Mueller actually had pretty good playmaking stats, like passing, offensive, like it was decent for a second liner. So McCallick could easily be a 25-goal scorer on that second line, easily. All right, so looking pretty good so far, 5-3. You know what? Let's go one more month of simulating. I don't want to check out the stats just yet. It could still be very early in the season. Let's just go through 2 months of simulating so we can just get a better sense of if it's coincidence or we can start to see some patterns. I don't want to start changing lines just yet. I really like the way our lines are made up right now. The only thing that maybe we could change is special teams. The penalty kill, right? Because Eberle's no longer on the penalty kill. Last year we had Eberle on the penalty kill. And I think Kulikov and Myers, they're not on the penalty kill either. So we can make that change. And defensively. But offensively, I think we're pretty good. So we will go forwards. No, you know what? We'll go defenseman this time, yeah. QMJHL defenseman. There you go, 6 weeks. All right, and let us just get all the way up in here to December. Ooh, look at this, home and home against the Montreal Canadiens. You know that's a good series. There you go, that's a nice win. So, we started off a bit slow, but I still do have a lot of confidence in this team. Especially with our, the goalie rotation on. It doesn't matter which goalie we have in the net, Eddie Lack or, because Markstrom's an 84 overall now, so I'd imagine Markstrom is capable of getting a few wins here or there, having some pretty decent points. And if we have a goaltender injury that happens during the playoffs this year, at least we'll have somebody. But the thing is, Eddie Lack's contract comes up this year, so all those years that we had him at 1.25 mil or 1.35, whatever it was, it's coming up. We're going to have to give him real money. And we're not going to be able to sign him to a restricted free agent. So that's why I was kind of thinking, let's see what happens. And then maybe at trade deadline, if Markstrom is playing good enough, maybe we can unload Eddie Lack, right? But it doesn't look like that's going to happen because Eddie Lack's got 10 of our 12 wins already. All right, 10 of our 13 wins already. So looks like Eddie Lack, we should give credit where credit is due. Eddie Lack is a great goalie for us. Last 2 years in the playoffs, they've been competitive games, but shit happens in the playoffs. You can't win them all. And I know it's easy to want to blame somebody. You want to blame Eddie Lack. I was even blaming Eddie Lack because he was allowing a lot of those first period goals, right? But I don't know. He's a pretty solid goalie, man. He really is. Look at that. We're starting off pretty good. 14-5-1. All right. All right, 14-6-1. We're starting to lose some games here. Get Markstrom in there. He'll get us back on track. Last game before we stop here. Come on. One more win. There you go. Get back on track. All right, so I don't know. We're a pretty good team. I think we're a pretty good team. 15-6-1. All right. The regular season, we definitely dominate. Save percentage, goals against average. Yeah. Are we up there anywhere? No, we're not. And no, we're not. Wins, Eddie Lack is up there with 12 points. Are we up there? No, we're not. Assists, Jonathan Huberdeau is in 5th with 17, so that's good. And goals, are we up there? No, we're not. Division C, we are at the top. We are at 2nd in the Eastern Conference and 3rd in the NHL. So things are going good here in Quebec City. All right, we have a good team, and this is what I'm thankful for. We're kind of turning into, I'm not going to say a dynasty, but we're getting to that point where the regular season we really don't even have to worry anymore. You know what I mean? We are a regular season playoff team, absolutely. Hang on, whoa, entire league. Let's go through here. Goals for per game. We are what the hell? Why isn't it showing Quebec City? There you go. We are 2.64. All right. So what is that? 12th in the NHL. Could be a little bit better. Goals against per game. Why is it? Okay, I think something changed when I went back and forth from the entire league. Here, let me try it now. Goals for per game. There you go. Now it follows me. 2.64. Okay. Goals against per game, 2.23. So we're actually keeping the puck out of the net this year. So goaltenders are doing great, and the defensive core is doing great. So that's good news. Power play percentage, look at that. Our power play is horrible. So we could be doing even better if we fixed our power play a little bit. Penalty kill, all right, that's not doing the greatest either. So But maybe we're a team that doesn't take a lot of penalties this year. So let's see, time shorthanded. Yeah, 70. So, yeah, that's about 50-50 in the league, so never mind. Home record 5-5-1, away record 10-1. We're great on the road apparently this year. Okay, and last but not, well, not last, but for stat-wise, I still want to check out the progress reports, especially Kapitanov. I want to see if he just grows throughout the year. Because any growth that Kapitanov gets, especially in the top 3 categories, he's already pushing them to like mid-80s, right? It's not like a 60 moving up to a 70. Really doesn't mean much. So, forwards, let's see. Jonathan Huberdeau, 19 points. He doesn't have his goals this year, but I'd imagine that's because he's got 2 goal scorers beside him. Eberle, 14 points in 22 games. That could be a lot better. All right, McCallick, 13 points in 22 games, 8 goals. So he's earning his money. Shore, 12 points. All right, Mueller, 10 points. So second line, you know, they're doing good. Kapitanov, though, no. Where's this? Oh, he's in defense. That's why. All right, so he won't show up just yet. He's on defense. So let me just go to defense. Kapitanov, 17 points in 27 games, 7 goals, 10 assists, all right, and a plus 10. So, yeah, this guy's great for us. Ekblad, 11 points, Morgan Rielly, 10 points, Myers, 9, Goodbranson, 6, Kulikov, 5, and Green, 2. All right, so they're all plus players, and then goaltenders, all right? So look at that. Markstrom, he's got 4 games played, and he's 3-0 with a goals against average of 0.63. So he's doing good as a backup this year, and that does make a difference, okay? Eddie Lack, 19 games played, 2.32. He's had a lot more games played, so I'm not going to go to Markstrom all of a sudden, all right? And a save percentage of 91.85. Jesus, Markstrom, you really want some more time, don't you? All right, well, that's good to know. At least Markstrom is making a run. He wants some more recognition back there. But still, we're doing pretty good with Eddie Lack in the net. And last but not least, let me just show you guys the progress reports. Let's just see what's happening over here. So you can see all these guys in the red. Of course, these guys are going to drop because they should be getting top 6 time to grow. We're capping them off at bottom 6 players, but we're fine with that, right? Kapitanov, he's growing. He's already grown by 7, so his slap shot accuracy's gone up. All right, passing and puck control, Jesus. Balance, 88. All right, fighting skill went up. He's becoming a fighter on this team now, all right? So that's real good. Oh, yeah, actually didn't mean to double back out. Let's see anybody else. Kapitanov, Bickle, he's dropped as well. Yeah, everyone's dropping on our team because we're playing guys who should be on the top, not on the top, and then no one's growing down here in the AHL. All right, so 15-6-1 for the Quebec City Ace Nordiques, 17-7-1 for the San Antonio Rampage. Things are going quite well here, but we got to stay on top of this. So if you guys have any suggestions for the power play and penalty kill, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.